Welcome to the Leadership Spark podcast, where we equip you to be the great leader your people deserve. This is Corey, and today we're going to continue talking about this idea of alignment. And it is your responsibility as a leader to ensure and drive the activity that will keep your team aligned, that it will get your team aligned to begin with, but then sustain it over time. And so we've been talking about what is alignment? What does it look like? What are the consequences of not being aligned as a team? And so today I want to talk about 5 things alignment is not, because sometimes we can get confused about what alignment is. And the bad thing about that is that if we get confused about what alignment is, then we may think we have it when we don't. And that's the thing we want to avoid is, as a leader, I think we're aligned, but actually we're not. And performance is impacted as a result. And so I want to share with you 5 things alignment is not. So if you didn't listen yesterday, go back and listen, because we talked about the definition of alignment and what alignment looks like. Today we're talking about what it is not. And so if you think alignment are these 5 things I'm going to share, then go back and listen and reframe how you think about alignment, because you may be thinking you have it when you actually don't. And so 5 things that alignment is not. Number 1, alignment is not unanimous agreement. Alignment doesn't mean that we all have to think the same way. We don't all have to think the same way. In fact, I would encourage you to have people around you that think about the world differently than you. And you probably do, because diversity of thought is how you get the best idea to surface, and the best idea should always win. But alignment is not unanimous agreement all the time. That is not what alignment is. You just have to move in the same way. You can disagree, but ultimately you have to come to a conclusion, or someone has to make a decision and say, this is the direction that we're going. This is the decision that we're making. And whenever that decision is made, everybody gets behind it and moves in the same direction. So alignment is not unanimous agreement. Alignment is not compliance. It's not a, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. I don't agree with you. And so I'm going to tell you that I do, but in my heart, I don't. In my mind, I don't. And then after the meeting's over, I'm going to go tell my friends that I don't agree with you. That is not alignment. Alignment doesn't mean that the people in the room are compliant. Alignment is not compliance. What that is that's surface level buy-in. It's not commitment. And if you want to move forward in a collective way to be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve as a team, then it's going to require commitment, not surface level buy-in. So alignment is not compliance. The third thing is alignment is not one conversation. If you have one conversation with your team and you think that one conversation secured for you an ensured alignment, then you probably don't have an aligned team. It's going to take more than one conversation. Saying something once does not create alignment. You have to reinforce it consistently, and also make sure that there's a shared meaning and shared interpretation of what you're saying as well with the team. And that only comes through multiple conversations. So it's not one conversation. Alignment is not shared language without shared meaning. And this is where I see this all the time. And I've really tried to grow in this as a leader for myself over the last 3 months, is that we often use the same words as teams, like growth or quality or priority or outcome, whatever the word may be, but they mean different things to different people in the room. And so I may be saying, hey, this is our outcome, and people may be interpreting or defining outcome a different way than I do. And it can create misalignment, can create confusion. And so you have to make sure that you are communicating to have a shared meaning of what you're talking about whenever you talk about it. Because alignment isn't just saying the same words. That can accidentally confuse people. So you want to stay away from that. And the fifth one is alignment is not everyone doing everything. That is not alignment. It doesn't mean we overlap or duplicate work. Alignment means that our roles are coordinated, complementary, and clear. And that gets back to what we talked about yesterday when it comes to shared roles and responsibilities. Whenever you're aligned, people are clear on the job that they do, the job their teammate does, and everybody's moving collectively in the same direction. And so that's what alignment is not. It's not any of those 5 things. And so hopefully, as you listen to this, if you have defined alignment to be unanimous agreement, compliance, one conversation, a shared language without shared meaning, and everyone doing everything, then I want to encourage you to reframe how you think about it, because you're probably not aligned even if you think you are. And so come back tomorrow and we're going to talk about more about this idea of alignment. We're going to talk about the 4 common gaps that you see in alignment and what we can do about those. So come back tomorrow, learn more about alignment. It will make you a better leader. It'll make your team more effective.